database Twitch streams are brought to you by Extra Wallets. You should go buy an Extra Wallet. That's EKSTER. Use the commission code in the last Adventures Continue video description, I think. I don't know. I don't remember where it is. It's in there somewhere. Go get one. Hey, it's me. I wasn't just doing that off the top of my head. Hey. Happy Thanksgiving week, everybody. We're back with more Twitch streams again, because that's what we do here on Twitch. We stream on Twitch. What do you know? This week is Justice League Adventures number 27. We have 7 issues left after this issue. It'll be a race to the finish to see if we get through Justice League Adventures before my son is born. And right now, not looking so hot with the fact that we had, I took a couple weeks off before last week's stream. And so now we're on to, my wife is due in 6 weeks and we have 7 issues left. So if we decide today that I probably won't read 2 issues today. Last time we'd read 2 issues and did a drawing, and that was like a 3-hour stream, and I don't want to do that again. That was quite an afternoon full. Not everyone stuck around the whole time. I get it. It's a lot. So, but we might have to cram in a couple extra issues there near the end or something. It really doesn't matter if we get through it. I just think it would be kind of fun to make sure, I don't want to leave you guys hanging on, there's 1 more issue or 2 more issues of Justice League Adventures, and I'm busy taking care of a baby. Maybe we'll be doing these streams while I just have a Bjorn with a small James here on my chest. Who knows? It could be like that Total Recall alien that just lives in my sternum instead of... Anyway, so this issue today is... called Just Us, as Bob, the random guy here in the chat, mentioned a second ago. We got a couple of Just Us jokes in the Justice League cartoon. One was in Twilight, as Hawkgirl and John Jones are talking about Thanagar. They're saying, with how lonely and aloof everyone is here, they should just call us the Just Us League. And I feel like there was at least one more, but I can't remember off the top of my head when it happened. He's trying to get you to buy a new one so he can get your old one. Yes, I do want your old wallet. I have a collection of wallets. Basically all I do with them is just... Well, I won't spoil the surprise. James's one question: how good do I do on the art that I emailed to you? I think it was a Wonder Girl, I believe. It was not bad, actually, Greg. You're on the right path. Just keep at it. That's all I can say. I noticed yesterday you mentioned, it's Glorious Gordon Godfrey. That's right. Yesterday on our troubleshooting maintenance stream, Greg, you had mentioned doing a bunch of tracing, and I didn't get a chance to chime in. That is totally a viable way to learn how to draw. A lot of the time, people ignorant of drawing, are gonna be like, "Wow, did you trace that?" There's no other way you could have possibly drawn that kind of a thing. That's what I got a lot throughout elementary, middle, high school. But I spent the majority of my childhood tracing coloring books or these comics, things like that you got to learn the style somehow. Eventually wean yourself off of it. I don't think you're tracing right now, or with that Wonder Girl drawing. I think that was probably eyeballed, it looked like. So yeah, stick with it. Totally cool to every once in a while, I can't get that shape down. I can't get that angle down. Find someone that did get it down, trace that, learn it, then try to do it by hand. Go from there. Who's your favorite character to draw? Batman. Easy answer. Okay, this was written by Josh Siegel. He is not a seagull, in fact. He is a man. On Twitter, he is at Josh Siegel. He's a writer on The Good Place, Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt, 30 Rock. I've not heard of this great news thing, but it's among the others, so it must be pretty great and non-fake. So that's interesting. He says, and occasionally a movie or comic book that he has written. So this includes this comic book that we are reading today. By the way, if everyone would like to let me know if the stream is nice and smooth and I don't look glitchy and weird or anything like that, I only asked because helping Maddie yesterday try to figure out ways to smoothen his stream, I did change a couple of my settings, and I want to make sure that I didn't do something bad. So let me know if something looks bad, even if it's like mildly stuttery or anything like that. Stream as smooth as the yellow bat suits silk. Thank you. Okay, good to know. Drawn by Christopher Jones. He drew the last couple that we read last week, the Adam Strange issues. He has worked, as I've said before, on many a DC animated tie-in comic. Young Justice, The Batman, Justice League. He's done some Star Trek stuff, it seems. I haven't read his entire, or looked over his entire catalog or anything like that, but he's done a ton of stuff. We've interviewed him a couple times at Seattle Comic Cons. I have some art of his in a tub right there. I unpacked a bunch of stuff. You might see there are a few more little action figures. I don't know how much you can see them a little bit. Went up and we basically brought my entire apartment over and put it in the attic. The attic of which you can see in the Batman Age video. It's a blue, I've got like a blue roof above me, that whole video. That's right there. I'm breaking the illusion. Sorry, the basement isn't directly below the attic. There is no basement in this house. Spoilers. But anyway, brought basically everything from my apartment to the attic. Finally had a chance to bring a lot of it down over the last couple days. So I've got a bunch of action figures hanging on the cork wall here, just off camera. I've got some more laid out here. This is my, Ted has shown his off before too on his streams. This is my Watchtower me, Watchtower worker that is modeled after me. That was I believe, Christmas present from Ted a couple of years ago. That was fun. He has one of him as well. They're from Legacies of the DCAU, our webcomic that I drew us as little cameo appearances, which we might have a larger role eventually, but I won't say more. Speaking of Legacies, we are getting there. We've got 2 issues that are basically at the same point right now. They're both inked, they're both lettered, and they both have started colors. So I'm hoping that we can release them both before the end of the year and kind of back to back. I say that with the caveat that it very well may be January that it happens, just because holiday stuff tends to kind of bunch up all at once. But that's my goal anyway. Okay. No basement unsubscribed. Yeah, I understand. You don't look any stranger than usual. Okay, thanks, Bob. I have the same Batman McFarlane toy. Yeah, this one I unwrapped because I did that unboxing video. I've got the Superman and Green Lantern here, still in the box, tacked to the cork wall. I've also got a couple of 90s TNBA figures and a JLU, and then there's the Red Hood figure that featured in the final BTAC video we did. But yeah, and inked by Dan Davis. I've showed off his stuff before. He's done a bunch of other tie-in comics, DC animated stuff. Batman Brave and the Bold. He's doing this All Luck Comics adventure with Tim Levins, all that good stuff. So that's our team on this issue today. We're going to read it twice as always, taking notes on it the second time through for canonicity, will it canon purposes kind of stuff, timeline, etc. And then when we're done reading it, I'm going to take a quick commercial break, and then we are going to draw a character from this series. I figured today, since we are focusing on teenage superheroes, and I don't want to do a character from this issue, just because Chris Jones may or may not be getting me some behind-the-scenes artwork that he did, which may include these guys. I don't want to redo them if I don't have to. I'm gonna try to do All-Star today. I think that's the idea. I think I'm gonna use this as a base, and we'll take some images from the comic and fill out the details. So yeah, let's get started. This is Just League Adventures number 27. Just Us. Introducing a new team of Titanic teens. They knew what they were doing there. Alright. I wish I knew who is talking here. Let's assume it's Hawkgirl. Giant robots are the worst. Oh my god! They're so bad, in fact, they make you choke on your own spit. Let's rewind a little bit. Let's try that again. Whew. Giant robots are the worst. We really have to pull together as a team. Batman found a weak spot in the jaw. Superman was on his way up to say hi. Martian Manhunter and Green Lantern took its hands. Aww. Flash and Wonder Woman had its feet. Ooh. Me, I also had my hands, or wings, full, I guessed correctly. Just Us. Yeah, this is a good start. Sounds like you helped on the sidelines, while the heavy hitters handled the danger. Excuse me? On the side? No offense. I mean, they took care of the hero stuff, and you did the crowd control? Well, I'm sure that by crowd control you meant to say saving lives, like someone may need to save yours. Any other questions? You promise that's why the rest of the League isn't here? They're really off fighting sun demons in a fire dimension? Oh, I promise. They got off easy. This is Future Heroes of America, welcome. Oh, it was supposed to be Superman. Great. Can you talk about what the League looks for in new recruits? It's obviously not raw power. Pretty much all you can do is fly, right? Wait, are my notes correct? Your superhero name is Joe? Michael Jordan is just Michael Jordan, you know? Why would I want some fake name on action figures and cereal boxes when I could have my own? The Justice League isn't about powers, Joe. It's certainly not about cereal boxes. We look for heroes, pure and simple. Like him? Knock, knock. Sorry to cut the seminar short, folks. My ring picked up an energy signature nearby, and with the rest of the League away, Hawk and I need to investigate. What a shame. Excuse me, Mr. Lantern? I just had one more question about applying to be in the Justice League. What if I wanted you to wanted to ask if you got the letter my father sent? Didn't get to show you my powers. Guys, be careful. What the? Was that an explosion? Who turned out the lights? And the colors. Odd. Every molecule is in absolute stasis. Total molecular freeze. And they're not the only ones. It looks like everyone, no matter who they are or what they were doing, every living creature in the city is frozen in space and time. How do you know this, Hark? And my energy boxes are the only thing that saved us? That's so cool! You erected a force field just as the darkness happened? Yeah, baby. Everyone here that can still move was protected by me. I am the man! How do we know you didn't cause this mess with your stupid boxes? How do we know you didn't cause this mess with your stupid outfit? This is designer superhero. I'll take that back, or Enough! Lantern and I have to figure out what caused the freeze. And as much as I hate to say it, we need your help. Moments later. Maybe it wasn't the best idea, but we can't exactly leave them alone. Plus, those energy boxes may come in handy if someone or something tries to freeze us. Just tell me, any chance they'll be helpful if we run into trouble? Well, the one who makes energy boxes, that's his only power. Unless you count pouting. Bit can talk to machines. I know because she showed me her resume. Click. Cheese. Joe is a classic super type. Strong, bulletproof, flies, thinks the world revolves around him. Luz, go with Luz. Luz can project bright light. No, it's Luz. Luz can project bright light. Her name even means light in Spanish. How do you say we're doomed in Spanish? I'll ask her. I wish I remembered any Spanish classes. That original energy signature I discovered. It seems to lead down there. Looks like we've been invaded by scions. Oh, is it probably Green Lantern? I don't know. Looks like we've been invaded by scions. Cruel alien geniuses that think everyone in the universe is here for them to experiment on. And that wand of theirs must be causing the freezing. I read lips. GL said, looks like we'll be seeing Miss Saigon? Geez, aliens look so alien-y. And they're sucking out that guy's brains? How old school. No telling how many there are or what their plan is. Gotta handle this wisely. Come get this, alien scum! Closer, fool! I'll slice you into... Pow! Of all the idiotic, childish... That's a weird way to say thanks, Lantern. We've got them. Hey, No Name, get those energy walls ready. They're not walls, they're boxes. That's why I call myself Pandora. Like the myth of Pandora's box? You know Pandora was a girl, right? Pan the man named himself after a girl? Better act like a team, kids. Bam! Because the scions sure are. Hang on, girls. Just doing my usual job of crowd control. Zats! Pandora, we need energy boxes in the front and rear right now. Sure, but don't call me that. Luz, blind the scions with your light. Wait, not yet. Not yet. Fash. Oops. Oh, that hurt. Tell me about it. Lantern. Rah! Zack, whack. What's happening? Did I help? Are we winning? Not exactly. Fall back. Ah! Zat, zat. Zat, zat. Is he okay? I'm so sorry. How's a glorified nightlight like me supposed to be a superhero anyway? No time for self-doubt, Luz. We're not out of the woods yet. Come on, John, stay with me. We need you. I'll try to lend a hand. Fwaz, crack, woo, whack. Quickly, before they regroup, follow me. Quam! Wow, you spotted an abandoned basement just by flying over it? You must have eyes like a... Oh, right. This is your big plan? Run and hide? I know we could have taken those creeps. You don't know as much as you think. Sit down and wait for instructions. Or what? You'll blow wind at me with your wings? I lift buses and bend steel. How's a girl like you gonna take me down? You're about 2 seconds away from finding out. Sit down. I stole this from a scion. You talk to machines, right? That's technically my power, but machines never seem to like me enough to talk back. Can't we just hide here until the Justice League returns? For all we know, the Justice League's been taken out. Right now, it's just us. We all have our limitations. Do the best you can, and so will I. Why do scions need our brains? Aren't theirs big enough already? Stealing brains and powers? Why? That's not a... What? That's not a dumb question. You don't have to be rude. Does it hurt? Does it matter? Not like I can call in sick today. Great. He's a green popsicle, and we're the lamest of the lame. We're supposed to stop an invasion? Does Hawkgirl have powers we don't know about? A secret weapon? She's out there all alone. How does she do it? Hawkgirl has secrets, but it's not a weapon. Not the way you mean. She can't lift buses. She can't bend steel. but she's as tough and smart as anyone I've met in the universe, including Batman. Wham! I've seen her outgunned, outmatched, and outnumbered, but I've never seen her give up. You want to know what the Justice League looks for? Look no further. We can beat them. They're not as smart as Scions should be. They were kicked off their planet for being too weak and too small and weak. That's why they want Earth's ideas and powers. So it's runts versus losers, and we're outnumbered 5-1. Yeah, but we've got a secret weapon. Whatever you need, Hawk Girl, we're with you. You said to do our best, despite our limits, and I think I have a plan, but it's scary, and we need to know where the Scions will be. Then listen up. They're feasting on Earth's powers, and with the League out of town, we know where they'll get a full meal. Feed, my friends, feed! Let the homeworld mock us. We'll soon be strong enough to dissect their children. The large one is mine. I will... What? You hungry for power? Oh. You hungry for power? I am the all-powerful Luz! I pulsate with the power of the sun and the stars and, green stuff. I'll steal your insides, little girl. That's right, you alien idiots. Come and get it. Gotta maintain the illusion. Keep everyone flying. Just a few more seconds. I've got you. Poor thing. I'll put your powers in my belly and your heart on my shelf. Come say that to my face. Closer, closer. Well, this better work. Now! Gotcha, you big-headed freaks. And now, beware the boxes of Mr. Pandora. Your turn, Joe. Shatter the device. I won't let you down, Hawk Girl. I know. My teammates never do. Teammate? Don't let it get to your head. That's more like it. Green ring, blue skies, and all is right with the world. Soon, after the Scions have been rounded up... what happened? Why does my head hurt? Who cares about you? How come those 4 losers get to hang out with the Justice League? These losers just saved the world. You ought to be thanking them. Better yet, you might want to ask them some questions, because they can teach what it means to be a hero. I'll teach you what it means to be... I'm sorry, I messed up the final line of the comic in the end. Alright, so, interesting. Green Lantern alluded to Hawk Girl having secrets, which this must be before Starcross, because she's still Hawk Girl, so does he... I don't know. That was an interesting observation, I guess. What's going on in the chat? I have the same Batman McFarlane one. Yep. Okay. Favorite figure you own? I have a lot of the 90s DCAU figures, but they're all in my storage unit. Of the ones that are on the wall right now, I'm a pretty big fan of... I've got this pack that's Goldface, Evil Star, and Kyle Rayner from the JLU line. That was a birthday present from the wife. She did good. She picked one that was kind of more obscure characters, like lesser characters from the show. So that was cool. You know, it's not just another Batman or Superman or whatever. What is... Superman Crouch Out. What is a DC animated movie that you like to see come to life? Like you want... maybe like a comic or something they haven't done yet? It would be cool to see a Dark Knight's Metal movie, but that would be a lot of information to cram into an animated movie, so I'm not sure if it's possible. Unless it was like a multi-series movie or something. Cher is literally a heavy hitter. She has a big honkin' mace. Correct. Real talk, having Hawk Girl dealing with people underestimating her is great. She can easily be overlooked because all she does is fly and smash with a mace. Yeah, Hawk Girl was definitely my... I mean, none of them were like characters I didn't like or anything, but definitely in the more boring category or whatever. Like, when you list out the 7 members of the Justice League, you don't start with Hawk Girl. You start with Superman, Wonder Woman, or Batman, and then you go from there. It's like the tiers are like, I mean, they're even standing like that. That you've got Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, then you've got Green Lantern and Flash, and then J'onn J'onzz and Hawkgirl. So Hawkgirl and J'onn J'onzz were always kind of lower on my, like, I don't really care about these characters kind of thing. Until Starcrossed, then Hawkgirl bumped up there because, you know, the whole story's about her. It was one of my favorite episodes. I think most people's favorite episode, or one of them. I feel weird because I'm in middle school and I'm literally the only kid who watches the DCAU. That was basically me in middle school, Greg. There might be other people that are watching it and aren't as vocal about it. I definitely, you know, my middle school friends, they never chatted with me about DCAU shows or any, you know, superhero shows that I was watching at the time. But I've come to find out in the years afterward that a couple of my friends were watching Batman Beyond when it was on TV, and I wish I'd known so I could talk Batman Beyond with them. But you know, it doesn't really matter if you're the only one watching it because everybody's got their shows, their movies, their stuff that they like. People can like what they like. It's all good. Nothing wrong with having good taste. Yes, that too. Let's see. I'm still trying to get over GL calling Shayera Hawk. Yeah, there's a lot of weird little nicknames that these characters call each other in this comic. There was, at the start, people were calling... I mean, they'll call J'onn J'onzz Manhunter or Martian Manhunter, you know, in that was never really a thing on the show. There was something... I can't remember what it was now. But there was something with another character in an earlier issue that was like, what? You don't say that. What are you doing? Nosotros estamos condenados. Okay. According to Google Translate, we are doomed, I guess is what it, yeah. So since these are teenagers circa early 2000s, think they're bang babies. That could be. I was a little curious about why there's so many here at the start in this lecture hall or whatever. Yeah, this one here, this giant lecture hall full of superheroes. We'll have to cross-reference with DC various wikis and stuff as we're taking notes here in a minute because there might be some characters that are supposed to be specific pre-existing characters that I'm just not aware of, and if not, then we're just gonna write, you know, etc. superheroes or something and try to figure it out later. But yeah, there's a lot of characters here. It looks like maybe we got Kid Devil here, which is kind of cool. And this could be like a Jesse Quick kind of situation. This guy's got like an Atom logo, kind of Ant-Man looking. There's a big mouse dude here. We'll try to figure these out. This could be interesting. But yeah, either Bang Babies or just, you know, a Justice League Unlimited type situation where all these superheroes have existed and nobody knows about them until they just show up. Hawkgirl has secrets. Yeah. Does the writer make up these alien races as they go along? Some of them have been original to this comic, but we don't know. Or I don't know personally the Scions, but we can find out if they're pre-existing. Sometimes they are. What is your favorite DC cartoon promo? If you're talking about like commercials and stuff like that, I like all the ones from when the shows were on the air, because that's when I was watching them, all the Toonami stuff. Since you've seen the Zack Snyder trailer, do you think it'll make room for Martian Manhunter? That would be cool. There's a new trailer. I think I talked about this last time. A new trailer that came out that's just the same as the old trailer, but with like 3 extra clips added in. I'm hoping that we get a different trailer once it gets actually close to coming out that's more like revealing of the plot and stuff instead of just a bunch of clips that don't really go together. But it would be cool to see J'onn J'onzz in that. Is that Doc Ock in the lecture hall? Yeah, I guess, kind of. Okay, hello Cheese, how's it going? So let's go back to the start and we will take notes on the issue. And like I said at the start, we're only doing the one issue today, but we will draw All-Star here at the end. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and do our quick little commercial break. I'll run a quick ad, and then we will come right back. So stay tuned. Alrighty. We're back. A dinosaur story. We're going to go through the issue a second time and take notes. So here we have Giant Robot. Is there a name for this, or was it just Giant Robot? I think it's just Giant Robot. But I will put Giant Robot with a question mark because that is not very specific, and we will figure out a better name for that later. Do we have the Flash? Yes, we do. We have everybody, I believe. See, again, I'm not even looking at who is there. I'm just writing them. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Just writing them in the order that comes to mind. Okay. We have grapnel gun. I will make this bigger for you guys. There we go. Batman's grapnel gun. We have lasso of truth. How's everyone doing today? I'm pretty good. Ed, how are you? You are pretty good as well. James, who do you like to draw more, Superman or the Flash? I guess Superman. Out of all the times I've drawn both of them, I'm sure I've drawn Superman many more times. Flash is hard to get a good pose for. Everybody's done every running pose. I mean, not that Superman isn't the same way with the various ways you could draw him flying or whatever, but I don't know. If I'm just kind of doodling, I'm more likely to draw Superman probably. I like drawing Jean Jones though. He has a very interesting head shape. It's kind of difficult to get right, but when I do, it is fun. Okay, I don't think that. Well, we got, what is this back here? Converse, maybe? I'll just do like Conver. Try to figure that out later. Okay. So we'll find out the names of these people here soon, so I'm not going to worry about figuring that out on this page. Do you have art of the Joker gang when they're advanced with machinery? Yes, we have done those in the past. I think I did all of them when that happened, when that episode came out. But I might redo them someday because they are the level of my art 15, 16 years ago or whatever. So, okay. Future Heroes of America. So that is the, what's going on here? There we go. Future Heroes of America. That is the organization here, I suppose. So that kind of can cover all of these randos here until we try to figure out better names for them. But I will, let's see, DC Wikia. There we go, that's what I wanted. Justice League Adventures. Oh, number 27, there we go. Well, looks like they gave up on the net. They did not try to name any of these guys. So, yeah, that's not helpful at all. For now, I will leave it at Future Heroes of America and see if we could expand upon it when we get to that page. But I don't think any of these are supposed to be pre-existing superheroes. I think they're kind of just... Did you ever use that website? It was like Hero Machine. You seen those before or used them before? It's a website where you basically just get all of the... You get like a standing pose of a dude or whatever beast or something, and you can just add on like tiara, cape, this logo, gauntlets, whatever you want. That's what these guys remind me of. It's just a whole lecture hall full of just random combinations of superhero costumes. I don't think they're supposed to be anyone in particular. Sun demons in a fire dimension. Okay, sun demons are mentioned, and fire dimension is mentioned. Okay. Can we talk about the league? It looks for new recruits. Joe. Okay, so we have Michael Jordan is mentioned, which I will also put in pop culture. Michael Jordan is mentioned. I think that's our first pop culture reference in this entire oh no, we got a couple others. Okay, I'm wrong. It felt like it hasn't happened in a while, so. And then Joe. The Justice League isn't about powers. Okay. Like how the Justice League went to go fight fire demons in sun demons in a fire dimension, and they didn't take Green Lantern. Do you think that Oliver Queen and Dinah Lance settled down and had Connor Hawk? Sure. I came a bit late. What is this issue about? Justice League versus Giant Robot. This is about Hawkgirl teaching a group of teenage superheroes what it means to be superheroes. Michael Jordan is canon, therefore Space Jam is canon in the DCAU. I sure hope so. We know Looney Tunes is a cartoon. Ace in Return of the Joker is watching Looney Tunes. If King and Tiny Toons has comics inside the DCAU, and many other things. If King Faraday married Oliver Queen, would his name be King Queen? Yes. I wish more people. Well, that's if he goes the traditional route and takes the last name. He could be King Faraday Queen or something like that with a hyphen. I wish more people did drawing tutorials in the DCA style because there are a couple. Thank you. Yeah. Me drawing the stuff here at the end of the streams is, I guess, sort of tutorial-y. I'm not really talking you through the steps, but, you can watch me do what I do and glean from it what you will. Okay, so we got all these dudes, but I'm just going to leave them as Future Heroes of America. Because, yeah, I don't think any of these guys are particularly, or anyone else in particular, already. How did, what's-his-face know Mr. Pandora? How did he know to do this? Okay, so I know we got Luz is one of the names, Mr. Pandora, and then what was the name of the girl with the mask? She talks to machines. We'll find out here in a minute. page. Nothing. Energy boxes. This is designer superhero. Okay. I just noticed Joe has a big J on his shirt. Genius. Bit can talk to machines. Okay. All right. And they're invaded by scions. Okay, so scions. James Steps for drawing Batman. Draw Batman, say I'm Batman, repeat ad nauseum. Correct. If, in your point of view, if they're not Teen Titans, do you think they can make it to the Legion of Superheroes? You mean these characters? I doubt they will live 1,000 years. Maybe Joe will. I don't know enough about his powers. Since he's classic super type, strong, bulletproof, flies, maybe he's got a bit of immortality to him. Okay, let's find out if Scions was a thing before. Ooh, looks like it is. Okay, the Scions are an alien race from the Vegas system, notorious for their genetic experimentation. Ah, okay. So they're from Malthus? Or, let's see. They took, okay, billions of years ago on the planet Malthus, the Malthusian immortals, these are the guardians of the universe, the little blue guys, studied all aspects of life. They took local reptiles for testing and discovered one part of the lizard's mind had the potential for much greater complexity. They enhanced the creatures and found the new developments were passed to each succeeding generation. The reptiles were released back into the wild to chart their survival rate. So the Guardians accidentally created these shits, I guess. Okay, so the Scions are from the Vegas system, so when that is mentioned later, we will make sure to add that in. Interesting, they kind of like Hanna-Barbera-fied their faces, like they just look like dudes, like Star Trek aliens, you know, bumpy forehead kind of things. Here they're much more like dinosaur-looking. They think everyone in the universe is experiment, and that wand of theirs must be causing the freezing. Okay, so we have Scion Wand. Miss Saigon, is that like a Miss America kind of thing? Oh, it's a musical. Okay, it's a Broadway musical. So, but when did it come out? 1904. Oh no, that's the... Oh, it's based on Madame Butterfly. Okay, interesting. You learn something every time you do these issues, you know? So, Miss Saigon is a musical based on... Okay. When did it start? Okay, 1989. Okay, so, you know, I can't remember what I would call this. I guess object. Miss Saigon, this is a musical play, I guess. So pop culture, Miss Saigon is mentioned, musical that started in 1989. Is that right? Yes. Okay. Joe! Joe could be a new god. So, super random question. How does Luthor's depowering being remove the powers of Hawkgirl and Jean? Aren't those natural abilities to their species? And unlike Superman and the Flash's powers. The what's it called? Power disruptor is very vague. There's no explanation of how it works. He also shoots Green Lantern with it, and the ring stops working. But Green Lantern himself should still be able to like punch him and stuff. You know, who knows? It's the Deus Ex Machina gun. It's the you know, it solved the problem at the end for story purposes. In the Beyond comics, the Earth 12 comics, Justice League Beyond, the Justice Lords regain their powers eventually, so I guess it's not permanent. Here's something interesting. I'm a self-taught artist just like Bruce Timm. I can draw in any style. Cool, dude. Keep it up. Shameful James, you uncultured swine. I know. I wasn't aware of this Miss Saigon thing. I guess I should go see it or something. Can't right now. There's a freaking virus everywhere. Looks like we've been invaded by scions. We did this. Miss Saigon. Okay. Aliens look alien-y and they're sucking out that guy's brains. How old school. Let's see. Brain-sucking aliens. Like what's an early... Oh, okay. This looks pretty early. Is this the name of the movie? No. It can't be. Fiend Without a Face. Okay, what is... Okay, earliest... Let's see. Earliest... aliens that suck brains. What is... this is a common trope. Yeah, 2010. That's what I want. Dumbass. The day they came to suck out our brains. Is that something? This does not seem right. I really wish someone had already done this for me. Movie with brain-sucking aliens. I don't want this 2010 movie, Skyline. Brain-sucking aliens from the moon. This looks old. I'm just gonna put bit makes reference to aliens that suck brains being old school, alluding to old alien movies, I guess. I will figure that out later. Okay, no matter how many of them are... Okay. Is this a name of the park? Nope. And okay, so the actual Pandora is mentioned, who shows up in New 52 stuff. And Pandora's Box. If we were drawing this character, this would be a really easy design. Jeez, that's basically right there for us. Okay. Lose. Okay. Did they shoot him with something? I don't really get what happened here. Like, why did he get half black and whited? I don't really get it. Okay. Okay. Some of these pages, not gonna have new information. You spotted an abandoned basement just by flying over it. That reminds me of the Secret Origins line where Superman's like, keep a sharp eye out. And she's like, I always do. As if, like, that's her trait because it's a hawk and you just met this character. But that's never really a thing later. They also talk about, like, does Hawkgirl have any secret powers? And I almost thought they were going to do the thing where she talks to birds because that was in her biography for a while until we learn more about her. I'm sure Tim's answer would be, don't think about it so much. Yeah. You're going to get the Area 51 police knocking on your door. Why are you Googling alien sucking brains? I wish I could find the production art originally for Batman Beyond, but the only place it's on is the special features for the DVD and Blu-ray when they're working out the Batman Beyond costume design. Well, if you are looking for production art from the show, if you wait around for us to eventually finish our website, there's going to be a ton of it there. This is hardly the strangest thing James has Googled. Yeah, you're right. What else is on this page? Anything interesting? Joe, sit down. Okay. Girl bandages herself. Ooh, Daily Planet down here. This was hard to see before. What does this say? Star Labs announces new time viewer. Interesting. Okay. So we have Star Labs mentioned. We have time viewer mentioned. I think that'll be in the next issue or soon. So that's kind of a cool thing they did there. And Daily Planet as the newspaper. It's an object. I'll specify that for future James newspaper. Yeah, Star Labs announces new time viewer. Cool. Okay. So what is this little piece of something? Where did she get? Oh, I stole this from a Scion. Whatever. It's probably just a piece of their gun or something. Secret weapon. Hawkgirl has secrets, but it's not a weapon. So I'm just gonna write Green Lantern says Hawkgirl has secrets, which is interesting considering star-crossed later. Don't know what that means, but I figured I'd write it down. After reading the Batman and Robin Adventure comics, the two-part story with Two-Face, did you ever get Dark Knight vibes? I'll have to read it again, because I don't think I've read it since Dark Knight came out. Watchtower Database website, always 40 years from now, whenever now is correct, Bob. I want to know what the Batman Who Laughs would look like in the DCAU style. Well, I can tell you right now, or show you, Batman Who Laughs, Ty Templeton, because we got that. This is a bad angle. Well, I mean, he's got this action figure that's coming up if it ever actually comes out. But there was a model sheet that I'm just gonna go to Ty Templeton Instagram. I have Googled that so many times for Adventures Continue videos. It knows what I want. Let's see if I can find the thing. He definitely posted the model sheet at some point. I'm pretty sure anyway. We're getting pretty far back here, so maybe it's not on his Instagram, but I know we've got it. Let me see if it's on our Google Drive. We've got a Google Drive full of background music still playing? Yes. All right. Got a Google Drive full of stuff for the website, you know? No, oh my god. Why do you keep changing where the things are located on this menu? Okay, comics. 2020, Batman Adventures Continue. Probably gonna be in extras. Maddie organized these. Ty Templeton Designs. And there we go. There you go, Greg. That's what he looks like. At some point, I will trace over this one here. But that's only if the action figure ever actually comes out. You know, in case he releases a more updated model, or if this turns out to be slightly different from the figure. Because the figures and what they looked like in the comic were a little bit different. Shame we never got Terry traveling in time to meet the JL in their prime. Just leave out Superman and Batman to avoid any awkward continuity questions. Yeah, I mean, we just ran out of DCAU, so took a screenshot of it. Cool. Yeah, have at it, Greg. Alright, what is left here? We got Supergirl. It was a weird sudden cameo. Supergirl. We got, what does this say? Mercher? Mercher? How can I match? Look no further. We can beat them. Okay. Kicked off their planet. So, oh, I already closed that bit. Whoops. I guess it's just a Vega star system. It's too bad that we don't know their actual planet. Well, I mean, they're from Malthus originally, but I don't think that's... Yeah. The Guardians felt responsible for the Scions and sent them to the Vega system where they could strive for comprehension. The Guardians ordered the Scions to stay within their assigned area so the Guardians would not be disturbed, as the system was off limits to the Guardians and the Green Lantern Corps for other reasons. The Guardians hoped the Scions would achieve their own greatness in time. The Guardians' great hope has not yet come to fruition. Okay, yeah, so Vega... Just Vega? Yeah, Vega star system. Vega star system mentioned. Yeah, okay. You know, it's not really. I'm just going to put Scion Homeworld mentioned. Because we don't know if it's in the same thing in this continuity. Secret weapon. Scary. Okay. We'll soon be strong enough to dissect their children. Fun. Okay. Mr. Pandora. Your turn, Joe. Shatter the device. And then he does. All is right with the world. Does it say anything or is it just lines? I think it's just lines. It's just lines. Okay. I don't think this girl's face got colored. I think this is the block of color on the layer behind that for her hair. Not a shadow. So her face just got not colored there. Okay. That's it. So that's all the notes to take on that. Let's see, we go down to 120, okay. Merge the cells here, and then we'll get to drawing All-Star, during which time we're kind of gotta ask me anything sort of atmosphere. I am all yours. I'm here to hang. Okay, so that's 27. We're getting there, folks. Next time will be Justice League Adventures number 28. Was that? Yep, I was right about the Star Labs time viewer thing. What is this one called? Future Imperfect. That is also the name of a Star Trek The Next Generation episode. April 2004. Okay, we'll get to that next time. Where we got Justice League meeting the Legion of Superheroes. I have a feeling it's not gonna work with canon. But we'll find out together. Before we get to drawing All-Star, we're gonna take another quick break, mostly so I can pee. I'm not gonna pee on camera. But let me check the chat real quick before we switch over to that. Let's see. Always a pleasure to vibe with you and Maddie. You guys are really genuine and down to earth. Y'all good people. Thank you. Great music choice too. Yeah, I like to just kind of have some, lo-fi background beats going. Anything else is a little too distracting, but I like to cover the dead space. They would never have brought Terry to present day and not had him interact with Bruce. Yeah. What do you think is the most indestructible DC prison? Phantom Zone, the Anti-Life Equation, or the Speed Force? Is the Anti-Life Equation considered a prison? I mean, I guess the Speed Force can be. I would say it's probably the science cells on Oa. Those are pretty hard to break out of, but people break out of them anyway. Most indestructible DC prison is one called Cancellation. I don't know about that one. Source Wall. Have Terry constantly feeling up Superman to see if Starro showed up. Yeah, that'd be pretty good. He just keeps like rubbing his chest. What are you doing? Nothing. But the real question is, why didn't Bats ever look into keeping Joker in the Phantom Zone or in Paradise Island or Atlantis? I'm sure Super is Wonder Woman. Yeah, I mean, that feels like sort of like a Justice Lord's way to go about things. I mean, Arkham, it is a, not hospital, what am I trying to say? Asylum. But, it's not necessarily meant to be a prison. It just winds up being that way in most interpretations. Arkham is intended for rehabilitation more than it is like lock up the bad guys, but all the bad guys went up there anyway. When would the 12th Olympics podcast be back? We were trying to shoot for November 17th because that was the last day last year that we did an episode, like the final episode of the season or whatever you want to call it. And it's also the day that Justice League premiered on Cartoon Network. But, of course, that did not happen. I'm hoping that before the year is up, I have kind of a trailer promo video sort of thing. But again, holiday stuff may interfere with that, so no promises. We're hoping January will be when the podcast itself is back. I mean, remember Justice League vs. Fatal 5 when Batman's symbol wasn't colored in? Yeah, man, I sure do. More ads. Yep, you will in just a second. Have you seen the costume for Starfire for Titan Season 3? I have. It looks cool. James pees on camera. Every subscriber ever shows up. Yeah. I'm about to urinate. If you would like to join me, you can't. I'll see you guys in just a sec. Okie doke. Everything's gonna freeze here for a second because my hard drives are turning back on. Any second now it'll freeze. Maybe it won't do it this time. Usually it freezes everything when that happens. Let's see. When do you think we'll get standalone DC animated film for the question? I don't know. I think it would probably have to coincide with if there was a question live action movie or if there was a, popularity resurgence for him somewhere else. That's usually what happens. Batman will always be popular. You guys should do an animation mistakes in the DCAU video. That's been something I've been wanting to do for a long time. I did a script for it, more or less, before we ever started the channel. I was going to do it on my previous comedy sketches channel, GTS Entertainment, which is still up. You can go look at all my old, somewhat terrible sketches. Sketch comedy, not like drawing. But anyway, we didn't do it. Ted and I were talking about doing it back then in like 2013, 14. It didn't happen because we were worried that we didn't want our foray into the DCAU internet production to be like, look at how bad and stupid this was. The channel's more of a celebration of everything, but it may happen eventually. How do you say Crisis on Infinite Earths? How do you say Crisis on Infinite Earths happened in the DCAU? I don't think it did. What has been your weirdest interaction at a con? I've had a few odd ones at New York Comic Con. The only conventions that I've been to, I'm going to start doing drawing stuff while we're talking, are the Emerald City Comic Con in Seattle twice, the Wizard World Comic Con in Portland once, and Kumori Con, an anime convention, also in Portland once. So of those four, I don't really have a cool, weird con story. Though the first time that I went to Seattle to go to Emerald City Comic Con with Maddie, I got stopped by, there's guys on the street selling their, albums, rap albums, and I couldn't evade them quick enough, and I got locked into, it was too awkward to me of a situation to back out, to stop. And so I ended up buying like 3 of their CDs. It's one of those situations where they're like, oh man, just have one, take one. And then you start walking away and they're like, okay, but I spent a lot of time on this, so maybe like $20, you wanted to get it. I've got those somewhere. And then the same thing, we were laughing about that during that trip. And then the same thing happened when Ted came last year to join us. All 3 of us were there, and he got stopped in the street and wound up buying a CD, I think. One of mine was when I was in the big Gundam display at New York Comic Con. I asked the guy what model grade he'd recommend for my favorite Gundam. He answered that the guy nearby argued I should get a different type of model. They began to argue and ended in a fist fight between the two. Jesus. I've actually drew Danny Phantom in the DCAU style. Cool. Okay, what issue was... Also, there we go. So I'm going to look through the issue and try to find some reference images for the various parts of her costume. I'm thinking I will probably try to find an angle of her face that I can just use. So I'm just going to kind of start copying some options here. Let's see here. Let's see if we can kind of rebuild All-Star. So we got a head. I will go ahead and I'll screenshot her whole body here. We can get a good look at the whole costume there. Let's see. There's the star gem. Was that on her hand before? Yes. Okay, she's out of costume for a lot of this. Did she have a different costume here at the start? Yes, she did. Okay, so this is a different costume. Maybe we'll do both. Because that might be an easy overlay. So let's see, where's a good angle? Here's a good angle of her head. Go ahead and just grab that whole thing. Okay, so these are both old costume. This is new costume. Hey now, you're an all-star. You can draw her 2 ways. The reason the Data Boys have never interviewed Bruce Timm is because Bruce Timm is actually Ted Kendrick in disguise. You figured it out. Do you prefer Jon Stewart with hair or bald and goatee? Bald and goatee. We need all-star added to the JL rap. Yeah, I know. There's a lot of Justice League members from this comic and Justice League Unlimited that are... Oh, Jesus. That are not... in the show, so they could eventually be added. So I'm just getting some reference shots for what her costume looks like. She's got so many different looks in this issue, but I think I'm just going to focus on her main costume, and we'll maybe do the one at the start with the skirt also. I think I got a pretty good idea of, where to go with this. Just kind of checking if there's any better angles of some of this stuff. Do I have a good... See, she's got like a little smirky smile here, but, would I prefer a big grin or something? I don't know. Is her head the same way both directions? Looks like it. So. It's got kind of a 70s vibe to her, which is kind of fun. Don't think I need more than this. I mean, this is the end. Yeah, okay. Okay, let's give this a shot. So, I'm going to copy her head from this, from this one. We're going to kind of see if I can kind of piece this on top of, first I can probably crop out the rest of the guys here. So let's go from here to here. That'll work. Crop. Okay, I'm already liking this. We're done, I think. I do need to make this whole thing much bigger. Let's do 300%. Okay. Do you think Firestorm is a member of the JLA in the DCAU comics? Yes, he will be in the Justice League Unlimited comic. James, have you ever drawn a Family Guy character? I don't think so. I mean, I did a drawing a long time ago where I just traced over a Peter Griffin screenshot, but I don't count that, I guess. Do you think they'll introduce Captain Marvel Billy Batson in his own DCAU comic? I don't think the DCAU comics are gonna exist or focus on anything except Batman for the foreseeable future. James has Peter Griffin dressed as Batman on his DeviantArt. Now go look for it and like every picture until you find it. Thank you, Bob. That's a good idea. Okay, so go ahead and get started on her face here. This was a Minescu issue, so at least, you know, he's got the style pretty down, which is helpful for these sorts of designs and stuff, because I don't have to kind of, you know, weirdly translate anything. He's already got it for me. I'll keep the little cheeky eyebrow raise here. Might as well. It's kind of fun. She's a spunky little character. Might as well keep the spunk, you know? Don't clip that. Save this so I can keep saving as we're going. See designs. Okay, this is gonna be all-star, or is it hyphenated? I don't know. Yes. Okay. Okay, so her hair on this thing is kind of flowing. So I'm gonna bring this, oh gosh, bring this back to, I guess that'll work. Who edits your videos? Do you, James, edit all of them, or do Ted and Maddie edit some of the videos they are in? It's all me. Maddie and Ted have talked about potentially learning how to edit to help out, and we've also, actually, we have had Jay's Reviews edit a few of the Vanishing Point episodes, but beyond that, it's been all this guy. Maddie is soon buying my old computer from me, so there's it's possible, you know, maybe we can get him going on editing some of this stuff. Like we've talked about doing kind of a breaking news sort of segment that I can't really keep up with, but that'll we'll see what happens with that. If you look at that Wonder Girl drawing I pulled from various Wonder Woman elements and stole Supergirl's skirt. Yes. Cool. Do you have any art of the Monster Society, Captain Marvel's Rogues Gallery? No, I have not really drawn any characters, for this sort of thing, unless they were in a DCAU production of some kind. Yeah, there is that line. Okay. Just kind of making my way downtown, walking fast, faces pass, homebound, all that good stuff. Diddle-a-diddle-a-da. And I need you, and I miss you, and now I wonder if I could fall into the sky. Mr. Ermine better be in Legacies. Oh, I don't know why, but James is like the easiest to talk to. Thanks, Greg. In terms of easiest person to talk to, like access to that person, I probably am, because I'm running all the stuff. I'm always answering. I'm the one answering comments on YouTube as Watchtower Database anyway. Yeah. Okay, so I can start seeing where, I'm gonna start making some choices here pretty soon. I've been tracing the face, but now we're into like, am I gonna keep this flowing hair, or am I going to? I kind of like it. You can get an idea of what it would look like on the face there, but I also don't know. I don't think I want to do this flowing cape, so I don't know if the flowing hair makes a lot of sense. What do you guys think? Should I do the flowing hair and cape, or should I do just normal gravity? Because, these are all just characters standing there poses. So, have you seen the Jail Reunion podcast? I was just listening to that right before we started this stream. I was listening to that in the car. I'm a little ways into it. I mean, in terms of how many videos I've seen you in, I feels like I know you on a personal level, kind of. I am in a lot of the videos. Do you think Black Mass still exists in the DCAU along with a... A what? Along with a what? One vote for no float. Yeah. I'm kind of feeling that way. Allow gravity to be the harsh mistress it is. Yes. Okay. So in that case, I will... follow this path instead. Which just means that I've got to kind of redo what I did here with her hair down at the bottom. So I was not thinking ahead to not having it flowing. Weird how her hair goes behind her cape like this, but whatever. Although, yeah, I'll keep it. The cape is not going to line up the same. Like, I'm just going to go ahead and remove this portion here, because that's not going to line up exactly how we got her here. Oh, I'm dumb. This goes all the way around. There we go. I guess I'll do it this way where that's kind of more the look I want for her eyes, where she's actually looking at the person. So this is what we've got so far. The face. So James, have you made up your mind about getting a PS5 or Xbox? No, I have not. I really wish that I had. I need to figure it out. I don't remember if I brought that up on here or not. It sounds like maybe I did, since you're asking, but I don't. We're gonna, the Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League or whatever that game is coming out. The Arkhamverse Suicide Squad game that's going to be coming out 2021 sometime. And then also there's that Gotham Knights game, and we want to be able to play both of them on the channel here on Twitch, but there is no there has not yet been announced whether there is cross-platform gameplay. So if Ted and Maddie get PS5s, then I should also have a PS5 so that I can play the game with them co-op here on Twitch. But that remains to be seen. And so, but all my high school friends are getting the Xbox, it seems. So I am at a quandary of what I should do. So if any of you guys have suggestions, I will be open to them. It obviously is not part of the DCAU. Yeah. The Switch comes with a year supply of free diapers. That would be cool. I already have a Switch. James, what are your favorite Batman series? All of them. Yes, all of them. Correct. Who dis? This All-Star. This James. And this Maddie. Do you think that Batman's rogues still have poker games? I sure hope so. So is this drawing going to be on DeviantArt? Yes, just like last time you asked. it will be on DeviantArt after I am done with it. Kronos is already up there from last week. Maddie, you're not the first person to make that joke, so you can just get out of here. Okay, so we got the face done. We're on to the body. We need, she's got a little Superman. Stop. Got a little Superman cape thing going on. So I'm gonna copy that piece by piece and kind of place it on there. Line it up with her shoulder here. That seems like it might work. Oops, I hate this. Tree transform, that's what I wanted. Okie doke, and then we'll do the other shoulder. Grab this one, same deal. What's the best comic book page in Batman Return of the Joker? Their best comic book page? I don't know. Okay, this is looking okay. So, I need to... It's weird because, you know, the cover artist here, Butch Lukic, whatever, he definitely draws in a little bit different proportions than Min Escu does in the actual comic, so it's kind of difficult to line up. Like, she's a little bit beefier here than she is in the actual story, a little more petite. So maybe I will just a little bit. Nope, that's not what I want. Just a little bit. Kind of shrink her down. So now I can scoot these in. Like Maddie is just unoriginal. Oh man, Greg got you, boy. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and grab this part of her hair and kind of stretch it up a little bit so that we have a little more room to work with the cape here. So yes, okay. She got the line all the way across like Superman? Correct. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead with this. No, I don't think the hair... No, it is. It does. It just goes down into their cape like that. So, whatever. Weird. Times that like curves. Ooh, but we'll see how it looks at the end. I have to make some adjustments. What is the most C-lister Batman villain that you hate? Oh, these questions. I don't know, man. You're making me think a lot. I don't like to think a lot. That's not my job. I don't know. I never claim to be original, just correct every time I speak. So if there's a Smash Mouth joke, you know it's true. Yep. Maddie getting called out as an unoriginal poser trying to stay relevant. How do you respond to that? Should get a killer six-pack during the coming second lockdown. Then when you interview a guest, say, we got a situation. And when they say, what is it, show them your abs. Is that like the situation on Jersey Shore? Because I don't know if that's a reference to that. It's so true, I have no response, but it was meant to be joking. Do you have any character art of Killer Croc? Just the... I don't typically have to do the, you know, the official... The ones that have official artwork, I don't have stuff for. But, I sort of, I guess, help design, or at least pick the design for Killer Croc in Legacies, so that might count. Have you read 3 Jokers? I have. James, if you start covering the Jersey Shore, I will unsubscribe. Okay, sorry. It was already in the works. I don't know what to tell you. Okay, so we've got this so far. And then I believe the rest of the costume, yes, luckily the rest of the costume is just like, it's form-fitting. So when we get to, I can just trace the body and then we'll get to the details afterwards. That's always helpful. I don't have to envision some sort of, you know, placement of things on top of the model of the body. I just draw it. That's always nice. Should I do... I don't know. I'll go with what's here. Yeah, like I said last night, Maddie is second best Aquaman. Okay. What's your favorite Gardner Fox villain? Just right off the top of your head. Oh, man. I don't know. I'm not learned enough in comic book stuff. You would think I am, but I'm really not. I guess, you know, Gardner Fox made a lot of the Justice Society characters, right? So... probably, you know, just Icicle, a Gardner Fox one. I don't know. God, I feel like I'm not getting this angle right here. Down. Yeah, that should work. I knew it. I made it too thick, Captain Kirk. Oh my goodness. Come on. You can do this. You got this, James. You got this. coming along.
Is your favorite villain to be a gardening fox? I'd like to see the fox from... There was a fox in the Terrible Trio, wasn't there? Maybe Crimson Fox. I couldn't finish that. You should do live streams on your Twitch channel. Maddie does do live streams on the Twitch channel. Go to your... Oh, well, this week. What are your plans for Thanksgiving? Is that thick or thick? Yes. Where to see which characters, who is A, B, C list. Gosh, some of you guys, I don't know what you're saying. Half the time, there's a lot of stuff being said that's not sentences. And I don't know what to say in these situations. You guys, I don't know. So now I can actually draw this other half of her hair, so that's good. Okay. Now, what's the glove situation here? They are almost at the, is there any indication? No. Almost at the tops of the arms here. Or tops of the forearms, is what I mean. If Cosmo and Wanda met the Joker on a Tuesday, how many nostrils does Queen Elizabeth have? See, I got this, Bob. This is a trick question. No matter what, Queen Elizabeth does not exist. She is a myth. She's made up. Don't ever believe anyone that tells you Queen Elizabeth is real. Never was, never has been, never will be. You almost got me. If I did live streams on my own channel, it probably wouldn't be much of anything since my setup is whack still. Maybe reading politics books or something. I don't know. So James, update on Virality. I do have an update on Virality. It's not very exciting, but I have more of the CGI done. Not a lot, but I can show you at least a very quick glimpse here. This is a test shot for one of the models. The model is not quite done yet. We're adding some more kind of scratches and grime and stuff to it. This is a space shuttle, but it is purposely, the interior that we filmed in is an ambulance, so you can kind of get an idea for why it looks like this. So there's going to be a lot more details on, on the outside of scratches and gunk and stuff from just being around for a long time. But there's also going to be a tally mark of kills, like a kill count on the side. I would show you more, but I don't want to spoil stuff. I'm being super secretive about the movie for the meantime because I want everybody to see it in all of its glory and not just, I've already seen it. I don't know. I could probably share more, but I'm not going to right now. So, nah. But as far as it's coming along, I am doing a lot of Watchtower stuff right now, but I'm hoping that pretty soon I can dedicate a good chunk of time to the movie. James, have you finished any latest DC TV shows? I stopped watching pretty much everything that I could be keeping up with DC-wise a while ago. I watched the Crisis on Infinite Earths CW crossover when that happened. Not much since then. streams, you should put Virality on DVD. Yes, I mean, I would like to. Ideally, I would like to have a digital release and a physical release. I'd like to have it on Blu-ray and DVD and all that. But there does come a lot more. That's a lot more costly than just having it be available on, Amazon or another streaming service. So when the time comes, I will figure that out. I have to have it finished, film first. For those who may be joining who don't know what I'm talking about, I have been making a movie since about 2015 called Virality, which is about me being pulled into YouTube to fight Google. And hilarity ensues. Maddie makes a brief appearance with Ted, and he also helped play some robots in a couple scenes that we filmed. But don't expect to see more of them than that in the movie. It's mostly me. It's a bunch of me. But yeah, that's coming along. Ted helped write it back in the day, and we finished filming around November of last year, and then I had planned to try and have it done, at a decent time this year, but that's not going to happen. My son is on the way. All this stuff, it'll happen, and I definitely expect it to be done before the Watchtower Database website gets done. So, even though there's the long-lasting gag of how long that's taking, expect to see Virality sooner than that. Thoughts on Batman Soul of the Dragon? I'm looking forward to it. It looks kind of cheesy, but that's the whole idea, so I'm not, upset about it. Guess I will check it out when it comes out. When he says he's doing a lot of Watchtower stuff, he means he's working for the Witnesses. Yes, it looks awesome. Thank you. Yeah, there's a trailer up for those who haven't seen. There's a trailer for Virality up on the Watchtower Database channel. So go check that out at some point. Doesn't give a lot away of the plot and whatnot in that trailer, but it's just kind of a, hey, look at all these cool shots. I'm making a movie. Check it out, kind of a thing. I don't know if that's happened too much for me, Maddie, but I know that there are every once in a while someone, when I tell them what the name of the thing is, they'll think that's what it is. But that's probably mostly my fault for not realizing that I don't think I even knew that was a thing back when I made the channel, so Okay, so I think we have her whole outline of her body, so we need to go in and add the details of things now. I'm going to add the highlight in her hair while I'm thinking about it. I just downloaded all of Ted's footage this morning for the next coming Sunday video, which is about all of the Tim Burton influences on Batman the Animated Series, which was voted on by our Patreon people. If you want to vote on future videos yourself, that's patreon.com/DCAU Watchtower. You can go check that out. Lots of cool stuff over there. Lowest tier is $1. Okay, so boots, we got some, they're pointing down. That's easy. wait to eat when this stream is over. That's the problem with these streams, is that I don't get to eat before they happen usually, so I just get hungrier and hungrier throughout the stream. Anything else on her legs? Doesn't look like it. So we need to do that A on her chest and the cape, and then we can start coloring pretty much, it seems like. I might go grab a cape from, is it a short cape? It's like butt length, thigh length. Okay, so we need, let's see, characters that might have a cape that works well for this. Might have been a good pose if we didn't find out. That's the thing with, usually we don't have any actual poses to go off of, so I will usually use a pre-existing character model. Lowest tier, yeah. The lowest lane tier is just $1, so think about that. Just picture it in your mind. That's the wrong kind of cape on Dr. Light there. Yeesh, people don't have capes anymore. What's happened to the world? Me needs a cape. There's a Robin cape. It's a little long and not very interesting. Maybe this. That would be funny. I might come back to that if I don't see anything that will work better. So, I mean, I can eyeball it, but it's always better to grab one from someone else. Superman, but it's a little long. I mean, I can just trace the shape pretty much. Doesn't really matter. Okay, actually, I think I'm going to go with this one. So, bring him over. Perry really needs to pay better. Yeah, I know. It's only $1. Is the cape throughout the issue, is it just like, what's the general shape of the cape? Is it just straight down kind of thing, or swoop out to the sides like Superman's does? It's always moving. It's hard to tell. Okay, so you could probably just use this as is. That's the right size, right? Okay, so we're gonna have to mess with this a bit. Bring it to about there. I'm going to kind of play around with the right hand side, but I think that that's probably good placement for the left. Yeah. I'll probably make it a little thinner. Here, I'll do this. I think that's going to work out pretty okay. All right. Is that the right height about? Yeah, pretty close. Okay, go in here. I'm gonna make a new layer just in case I want to tweak it at all. Robin has such smooth legs. Yep. I do this every once in a while, where I accidentally that's not what I wanted to do. Sometimes I accidentally make a layer where I didn't intend to, and then I end up drawing onto that layer and not realizing what I've done until several lines later, so I'm glad that I at least caught it quicker that time. Just trying to figure out if that looks weird to have this like droopy cape line between her legs. I kind of feel like it does. So maybe I won't curve exactly that way. I guess since I'm drawing it on a different layer, I don't have to worry about it as much. And I'm going to go out to maybe here. Look a little less weird. Yeah, I think it will. The flowing cape definitely makes more sense when with her stance like this. You know, it's a very powerful, wide second position, if you will, marching band people stance. But whatever, we're gonna go with it. But yeah, so I'm gonna. Play around with this a little bit. Get a little bit of flow to it instead of just hanging straight down. But I do think I need to bring it in from the side a little bit to line up better with her, the top of the cape. But then I need to continue these lines upward. Here, I'm just gonna do that, but you won't see these behind the lines when I'm done with it. Okay, so now I can do this, select her body, and presto changeo, the cape is behind her now. I'll bring this layer down, so now it's all in one layer. Okay, it's not looking bad. I think I might try a little bit of warp here. See about I'm trying to give her a little bit more attitude than what we've had. Oh, you know, I like that, but I hate the way that Photoshop does this sometimes, where it just cuts lines off. I had like the perfect thing that I wanted. Off again. It did it. Why does it do this? I hate this. Very annoying. I don't know why it does this sometimes.
Density, more points. We do like 20 pixels. Is this gonna help? Let's put one here, 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 here. Okay. Was All-Star a band geek? I hope so. You should have Brizzy on the channel more. Yeah, she did that Batgirl voice for us for a Legacies promo. And I've talked to her about doing more collabs. It just hasn't happened yet. So maybe eventually. She's fun. Did you cut lines off? I don't think so. Okay. I like that better than this. This was a little stiff. This one's got a little more attitude to it. What do you guys think? You like this second one better? Let me get some schmutz on my screen here. This is original. This is new. Her elbows got messed up a little bit, but it's not big enough of a deal for me to really worry about it. I'm on 20% battery on my phone. We better get through this. I think I might redo these arm lines a little bit. Just so we're not having these wonky elbows. Just erasing my previous arm line because it got a little messed up in the warp. Fix that and a little bit messy right here. Okay, bring that back down. So now we just need to do the A and a couple other lines, and then we can color. Bye, Robin. I'm gonna grab the A with the star here. Luckily, A's are symmetrical, so I don't have to worry about this not being right. So it's about top of, let's see, the A itself is like top to a little past below. I'm almost there, I've almost got it. So about that size, it's looking right. I am going to definitely mess with the star though, because I don't really like the way that looks. So the A kind of purposely got a thicker line around it than the rest of her, or is it just an A? I think it's probably safe to just have it be normal. a self, and then I'll do the star by custom shapes. Oh boy, I want. Come on, what happened to what's the list? Yes. Okay. Why would I ever not want that? What happened to this tool? Photoshop is constantly changing things on me, and it's really annoying. There was a whole bunch of other shapes. Where did they go? Thanks, Greg. I hope so. I think I usually am. Custom shape tool. Why are my only shapes animals and boats? Flowers. There used to be stars and word bubbles. Where the hell did these go? Oh my gosh. Photoshop. What happened to the shapes? Legacy shapes, I guess. That's probably what I want. Window shapes. Okay. Window shapes. Oh. Legacy shapes. What the hell? Legacy shapes. All legacy default shapes. Yes. Why? Why were these ever gone? Shapes. Thank you. This is what I wanted. Thank you. That's a tree. What? Okay. God. Can I not have it be filled? No. You know, alright, fine. I'll figure this out a different time. For now, I'm just going to place it where it needs to be and trace over the top of it. Because I am a Photoshop cuck, and I will figure this out some other time. Okay, good enough. Okay. So you seem like a total buzzkill, and the data boy least likely to be invited to a Rager at Wayne Manor. I mean, that's true. Of Rager possibilities, that's going to be Maddie, bar none. I don't know why it would ever be me. Do you play guitar? I used to play bass guitar, but I have not in a long time. I probably couldn't play you more than Smoke on the Water if I tried. I do play trombone and baritone. Played that in drum and bugle corps for several years, and marching band, and just band in general in high school and college. Yeah. Solution to Photoshop struggle, yell, that a tree. Yeah, I mean, it kind of worked. Okay, we got our star, we got all-star. I know there's a couple other details in the costume here. Okay, yeah, we got a line coming down from the base of the star to you-know-where. So let's make that happen. I know I've shifted this around a little bit, but I'm still going to kind of use it as a guideline for 3D space a little bit here. So that down and then there. Whoop, that's not what I want to do.
Sounds about right. Okay, and really not the greatest shapes right there, but you know, I think we're gonna do some tweaking down here. So get ready, boys. I'm gonna bring this all the way through instead of having this space there. It's kind of bugging me. And now, don't let your mom catch you watching this part of the stream. This is where she walks in and, honey, Greg, what are you watching? Oh my goodness! That sounds like my mom. I was impersonating your mom. I know your mother well. Can you play Smoke on the Water on the trombone? Hell yeah, dude. We could find out here at the end of the stream. I'd prefer not to, though. I haven't practiced in a very long time. And by that, I mean maybe like a year. Less time than the bass guitar. Okay, I'm a little less put off by that. I still don't like it though. I don't know. I'm gonna completely redo the shape here. And we will erase what's underneath. Okay, and then there's the lines coming out of the logo. I've never heard of the song Smoke on the Water on the trombone, but that sounds like a dangerous trombone. Yeah, it sure does. Okay, so there's kind of these Spider-Man style lines coming out of the A. I'm going to grab this as reference. We already have it here somewhere. Nope. Move. There we go. I like how last time I don't want to do a 3-hour stream again, and we're approaching 2.5 hours here. But, you know, it's okay. So let's start. Let's choose halfway through the star, and we'll come up to the point of the cape. And then we will come down. Looks like it probably goes. Yes, I just saw it right here. So down. Okay, and then same thing on this side. This time we've got to go up kind of more drastically and come down. More like so.
Okay, so we might be done with the line art. Does she have any other costume lines of any kind? There's no boob lines. There's no belt. She does have that star on her hand, but it's the hand that's like hiding behind. That's interesting. It's on her left hand is that star device. So I unfortunately can't really show it too much, but I might be able to. You know, I completely forgot chemo was in this issue. I need to remember that for a video. Here's a good shot of the star. I guess that'll work. Well, it's just a star. It's on the back of her hands. I'm going to go ahead and just kind of do like that. And we'll call that the thing. Okay, I think we're good. I think we can start coloring now. I don't see anything else on her costume. So, okay. Let's turn all that off. So, I know we have black hair. There's the hair. Are there any other black areas? No. We already colored that part, so. Let's do black and fill it in. Go in and check for spots that I missed. Little tiny corners have a tendency to not actually fill in, like up here. Oh, stomach is a growlin'. I'm gonna eat so much food when I'm done with this. What are you guys gonna eat today? What's on the menu for the database? James, who are you drawing? This is All-Star from Justice League Adventures number 13. I wish you were my dad, James. You would be a cool dad. I hope my son thinks I'm a cool dad. I mean, everybody's got their dad issues, and I have to kind of, you know, some of them are more severe than others, Maddie, and some of them are not as bad. But everybody's got daddy issues. I don't look forward to what that will be with my child/children, but it'll happen, and it's just something that I have to accept. There will be something that I do that will curse them for all time. So I'm just not worried about it because I can't stop it from happening. Kara and Virgil were too young for the original team, but not All-Star. I'm pretty sure it's because the Flash was a big fan of Mystery Men. How often do you watch the DCAU, and how do you watch it? I mean, do you catch a few episodes when you have time, or do you binge watch whole seasons at a time? Your son will hate Batman. I agree, Bob. I have not sat down and purposely watched an entire show or season since I showed my sister Batman Beyond and Justice League Unlimited in 2016, 17 kind of time. But there are definitely times where I will purposely watch, a favorite episode, Robin's Reckoning or Over the Edge or something like that. Just cause I like them. It's good stuff. The Legacies color palette. I want to cover the skin. It's this and this, and I think that's it. Now is a little moment of truth of whether her neck is too big. Because it might be. Do we think her neck is too large? Should I scrunch it down a little bit? I think I'm gonna.
easy enough since the background is black. I can just do one of these. Go in and erase this little bit. And then grab this. Oop, oop, oop. I hate this, I hate this. Sometimes you just can't get rid of a bomb, you know? You just hit the wrong button and everything becomes a bomb. Speaking of things that Ted says a lot, since he quotes that Batman quote a lot, you should watch Ted tomorrow. He's gonna be playing, he's gonna be starting, rather, to play The Adventures of Batman and Robin for Sega Genesis. That is not the one with the lost episodes, but it is still one of them. It is still a game with Batman and Robin. So that should be fun. I've never seen an MCU movie besides Spider-Man Homecoming, and the only other things that I've seen in the Marvel category are the 3 Spider-Man movies that were released in the early 2000s. You gotta watch them, Greg. I would definitely recommend the MCU. It is fun as heck. It is a grand old time. I would recommend at least the Avengers movies, probably the first Iron Man, Guardians of the Galaxy, Thor Ragnarok. Those are good ones to start with, I guess, if you're wanting to get into it, but really watching them chronologically is going to be the best way to go. Just so you don't miss anything, I guess. Now, do I color her lips black with the highlight or lip color? There are oftentimes they are black with the lip highlight, but then some close-up shots they are fully, it looks like they're black more often than they're not, but it's just why sometimes yes, sometimes no. I guess I'll do a little lip highlight here. She's a teenage girl in the early 2000s. Maybe she just had black lipstick. Yeah, but I just mean in some shots, right? Like right here, she does not have black lips. Then right here, she does. You know, it goes back and forth in the same scene. So who knows? I'll leave it like this. Looks good to me. I'll grab our lip color here. To do the shading on the skin. I'm going to be doing the shading completely kind of eyeballing it because I'm down to 10% battery on my phone now. Yeesh! There is no real thing to go off of for this one. Just from memory of how these things are shaded on the shows is going to be fine. Okay, so that's good. We got a highlight in her hair. She got the black highlight color specifically for that purpose. Fergus. We got that. Black highlight. Do it. There we go. The spaces that did not get filled. Rowena, yes, correct, Bob. Fergus, James, if DC came and asked you if you could do a DCAU Sonic comic book, what would you say? Of course I'd do that, Greg. That would be a dream come true. There is no question that I would do that. Okay, red is going to cover a lot of stuff. We got the headband. We got the upper Spider-Man line stuff. We got the gloves. We got the boots. Our cape's yellow, right? Yes. I think that's it. Yes. Yes. Okay. Red. On these spots. I'm glad I have an excuse to do this, like to have you guys on to make these pieces, because there's a lot of them to do still for the website, and it gives me an excuse to stop other things and do this. I should do Vireality CGI streams so that I actually finish the movie. Let me know if you guys would actually be interested in that and watching behind the scenes of me working on Vireality. It would definitely make it happen, I guess. It might be a little bit boring in terms of, you know, just the there wouldn't be much going on from me chat-wise, but could be fun. James, can you do a DCAU comic only if you agree to include Damian Wayne and Barry Allen? Do you still agree to it? Yeah, of course. I'll make them be a alternate future or something. Behind the scenes sounds good. Okay, well, I will think about it. I also downloaded I've got Steam going on my computer with controller hooked up. I got Batman Arkham City and the Batman the Animated Series skin. So I'm thinking about doing some streams of that game just when I feel like winding down after editing, you know, things like that, where I can just have you guys on, watch me play Batman as Batman the Animated Series Batman. Could be fun. Terry changes his last name to Wayne and adopts Damian. Maybe. We don't know. Okay, yellow is another color we got here. That will be... Do her eyes show up as yellow? Yes, they do. Okay, so we've got... the goggles and her eyes. There's the cape. There's the star behind the A, or is it the A itself? The A is white. Okay. Star behind the A. The star on her wrist, thing, hand, whatever. And the cape back here. Okay. I think that everything else is white, so there's that. Yellow. Ooh, it is getting mighty stormy outside. Apologies in advance if the power goes out. Who knows? Around here, I'm in about a 80-year-old house. It's quite possible. The wiring is very terrible here. But so far, so good. You're given a chance to write a sequel to Critters, but you're not allowed to consult Maddie. How do you make an episode worthy of his praise? Well, I would definitely
It would need to have a lot of good Farmer Brown one-liners. You know, farmer type speak, southern drawls, some southern isms. You know, just a bunch of weird phrases that you don't hear anywhere else. That's got to be in there. We got to have animals. Maybe we can add to the, you know, we can bring the goat back. The goat is classic, but we can invent, you know, bring in some new animals into the fold. Maybe we could do a giant, let's see, we had those kind of vulture bird, or like they're chickens, I guess. But maybe it would, maybe let's see, what are other farm animals that didn't really get their time to shine in critters? Cow, we had a cow, we had a pig, we had chickens. Sheep, were there goats? Yeah, there was a goat. Duh. Was there... Anyway, some animals that we hadn't seen yet. But maybe they're more mixed with humans, like a Emil Dorian kind of situation, and they can be working together, Farmer Brown and Emil Dorian. And then we can also get some good, I think you gotta have some good lines from, you know, Batgirl and Batman and Robin that are just like so bizarre to hear those characters say. I think that's a definite must. That's what part of what makes Critters so great. And yeah, I don't know. Okay, how do the highlights work on her? So she's got a highlight on the goggles, but do you see the shading behind the goggles also? My cat is here to keep me company. Yes, you can sometimes. Yeah, you can. Okay. So it is raining out there. I don't know if you guys can hear any of that. Probably not, but it is coming down. I'm yelling, timber, you better move. You better dance. Do-do-do. You guys like that? Is a good part of the stream? I gotta grab the well, I guess there is no highlight color, so I'll make one. And that is on the bottom, yeah, this kind of area here. Alright, we got the yellow done, so I guess all that's left is white, so we can finish this up here. Oop, I forgot to color that part in. I knew I would forget. I was a worm before I am a man. I was a creature before I could stand. This karaoke hour with James is what we really need. Karaoke 3 hour. After this, what are you going to eat? I'm probably going to eat either soup or a salad and macaroni salad. Both kinds of salad. I might also eat some chips. There's so many things. I went on a big grocery shopping trip a couple of nights ago, and I'm so like, I just want to eat all of those things that I bought. When I do the white coloring here, oh, did I not? Nope, I did not. When I do the white coloring, first I gotta expand the selection. There we go. Now it'll cover all the spaces. All right. I usually do the dark part so I can check the edges, like these little corners that didn't quite fill in, because if it is the actual white color, I can't see what I did not fill in. So I always do this one backwards or any other super bright color. But now we can do, I know I will definitely want this part to be lighter. But then, you know, pretty much I can basically now I can fill in the rest. Oops, how did I do this? I'm confused. What did I just do? There we go. That is what I want. Okay. Sometimes I will get confused, like I just did, doing this in reverse of what I normally do. So I'll just fill it in now that I know that all the crevices are filled. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna use this original drawing as reference for some stuff, but I guess so. She's got the boob lines sometimes, but not usually. Yeah, okay. So it's just kind of comes out and then down. I think that should work okay. Doesn't overly sexualize the teenager character here, but it also is not just nothing. So do that. Eat a turkey by yourself. Have I heard Hey There Delilah? Yes, Greg, I heard that song when it came out when I was in like 8th grade or whatever. Okay, I think that's it. I think we got it. Just for the sake of I'm really hungry and this has almost lasted 3 hours again, I don't think I'm gonna do the alternate costume. We talked about maybe doing that one here at the start. She's got a different costume, more of a homemade version or whatever. But I think I'll leave it at this for today. So we got All Star done, which is cool. I'm pretty happy with how that turned out. I'm gonna crop it down a little bit now that I actually know the dimensions we went with. Save. Okay. So yeah, thanks for sticking around, those of you who did the whole time. This was fun. Like I said, I'm glad to have an excuse to make these while we are here on the stream. And yeah, next time we'll be reading the Legion of Superheroes issue, Future Imperfect. That's issue 28. So tune in for that. Tune in for Ted tomorrow. Maddie's off this week for Thanksgiving. This will be up on my DeviantArt here in a few minutes. DeviantArt.com/JTS Entertainment. Go watch me over there and favorite this when it's posted and all that good stuff. Sundays, like I said, the Tim Burton influences on Batman the Animated Series. So make sure you subscribed and all that good stuff. And I will see you later. Bye-bye.